Good morning, students. Did everyone get a chance to watch the lesson last night on physical environment and natural resources? Please show me a thumbs up if you were able to watch the video. So let's go over the definition for a minute. Physical environment, remember, is the environment that has things people can use. And then our natural resources are the things people need to survive. Let's look at our examples real quick. I'm going to share my screen. All right, here's some examples of physical environment. Can you guys see that? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. The land, the roads, our work, our home, and our school are some examples of our physical environment. And then for our natural resources, we have food, sunlight, water, animals, and wood. The wood helps us build our homes. Okay. So, I want us to compare and contrast the physical environment and natural resources together with our Venn diagram. Remember, a Venn diagram helps us compare objects to see if they are alike and different. I'm going to draw it up here. All right, who can give me an example of how a physical environment is different than the natural resource? Anyone have any ideas?
The physical environment, that's like the stuff that's around us all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like roads and trees.
Yeah.
Natural resources are like things that come from the earth, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Like rain.
Mm-hmm. Like weather.
Mm-hmm. And weather.
Dirt, soil.
Dirt, yeah.
Oxygen.
Yeah. What's a natural resource that we need every day that we...
Water.
Water. Think of another one.
Air.
Yeah.
Well, that we got oxygen.
And
food.
Food, yeah. Physical environment could also be our homes, right?
Right.
Which keep us safe. But looking at both of these, what do they have in common? Can we live without either one of these, really?
No.
We both need these in order to live, right? To be safe and to be fed. Okay. Now, thank you for your participation. Y'all did a great job with that. So now we are going to look back at our story that we went over last night with the Kahoot quiz. I'm going to share that. Can you guys see that? Okay. Does it be team? Okay. What did the chickens do when the rain came down? Squawk, run, sing, or bark? Yeah, good job. What did the dog do to the cat? This is in the beginning of the story. Did the dog meow? Did it scratch? Did it bark or bite? Bark, yeah. Which of the following is not a physical environment? So we're looking for something that is not a physical environment. House, bakery, tomato, or hair salon? Yeah. Why would a tomato not be a physical environment? Does anyone have an idea?
I'm thinking because it can be grown.
Yep, because it's food and it can grow. That's one of our natural resources. Good job. How did the truck driver feel when the taxi driver honked his horn? Happy, sad, excited, or mad? Good job. He was mad. He did not like when he beeped his horn. What did the ice cream truck driver do when he heard the honking? Honked back, yelled at the other drivers, turned up his music in his ice cream truck, or went to see what was wrong? He turned up his music in his ice cream truck. That was the one that was going jingle, jingle. Which of the following is a natural resource we saw in our story? Think about this. Was it rain, roads, house, or hair salon? Rain. Good job. What happened when the baker's roof began to leak? His cakes became wet. He danced in the rain. He ate wet cake. He was happy. Right, his cakes became wet. He likes wet cake. Ugh. How did the characters feel when the sun came out in our story? Happy, sad, mad, or upset? Good job, happy. So we see that rain can impact, I did a great job, impact how we feel, but we need rain, right? Because the rain helps our natural resources grow and provides us food and gives us a water source. Now it is time for us to go into our 3 groups. You will all have the chance to go into each station. We're going to have 3 stations. The first station, I would like you to draw a picture of either your physical environment, this could be your school or house, or you can paint a picture of a natural resource, maybe your favorite food, water, etc. At the second station, you will listen to the audio recording called Come On Rain, and then you're going to list with your group mates all the reasons we need rain, okay? And then I want you to write how you feel when it rains and what you do when it rains with your group. So it should only be like 2 sentences, 1 to 2 sentences. The third station is where you're going to have scenarios of characters and the events. I want you to tell me if they're happy or sad or mad when you see the characters' pictures, okay? And then you're going to have environments, and you're going to tell me what objects may go in those environments. Okay? So I'm going to split you into 3 groups. We're going to just kind of do these together so that y'all can get a feel of what they're going to be like. So if you want to just take a minute to sketch out a picture of either a physical environment or a natural resource. I'll give you a few minutes. Okay, who would like to show us your picture?
I'll show mine.
Okay.
We're drawing a picture of a natural resource, right?
Yep.
I drew a picture of a tree.
That's beautiful. Tell
And
us how a tree is a natural resource.
well, it's something that comes from the earth.
Yep.
And it gives off oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, so it's breathe, right? You did
helps
a
us
great job.
breathe.
All right, Anisha, would you like to share yours?
I did a physical environment.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's nice. That is nice.
Does that look like your house, Anisha?
No.
That keeps us safe, right? Our homes keep us safe.
Yes.
All right, our next group, we're going to just listen to a snippet of this story, and then we'll discuss some reasons we need rain, okay?
Rain by Karen Hesse. Pictures by John J. Muth. Come on, rain, I say, squinting into this endless heat. Mama lifts a listless vine and sighs. 3 weeks and not a drop, she says, sagging over her parched plants. The sound of a heavy truck rumbles past. Uneasy, Mama looks over to me. Is that thunder, Tessie? She asks. Mama hates thunder. I climb up the steps for a better look. It's just a truck, Mama, I say. I am sizzling like a hot potato. I ask Mama, may I put on my bathing suit? Absolutely not, Mama says, frowning under her straw hat. You'll burn all day out in this sun. Up and down the block, cats pant. Heat wavers off tar patches in the broiling alleyway. Miss Grace and Miss Vera bent tending beds of drooping lupines. Not a sign of my friends Liz or Rosemary. Not a peep from my pal Jackie Joyce. I stare out over rooftops, past chimneys into the way off distance, and that's when I see it coming. Clouds rolling in, gray clouds bunched and bulging under a purple sky. A creeper of hope circles round my bones. Come on, rain, I whisper. Quietly, while Mama weeds, I cross the crackling dry path past Miss Glick's window. Glancing inside as I hurry by, Miss Glick's needle sticks on her phonograph, playing the same notes over and over in the dim, stuffy cave of her room. The smell of hot tar and garbage bullies the air as I climb the steps to Jackie Joyce's porch. Jackie Joyce! I breathe, pressing my nose against her screen. Jackie Joyce comes to the door. Her long legs like 2 brown string beans sprout from her shorts. It's going to rain, I whisper. Put on your suit and come straight over. Slick with sweat, I run back home and slip up the steps past Mama. She is nearly senseless in the sizzling heat, kneeling over the hot rump of a melon. In the kitchen, I pour iced tea to the top of a tall glass. I aim a spoonful of sugar into my mouth, then a second into the drink. Got you some tea, Mama, I say, pulling her inside the house. Mama sinks onto a kitchen chair and sweeps off her hat. Sweat trickles down her neck and wets the front of her dress and under her arms. Mama presses the ice-chilled glass against her skin. Aren't you something, Tessie? She says. I nod smartly. Rain's coming, Mama, I say. Mama turns to the window and sniffs. It's about time, she murmurs. Jackie Joyce, in her bathing suit, knocks at the door and I let her in. Jackie Joyce has her suit on, Mama, I say. May I wear mine too? I hold my breath, waiting. A breeze blows the thin curtains into the kitchen, then sucks them back against the screen again. Is there thunder? Mama asks. No thunder, I say. Is there lightning? Mama asks. No lightning, Jackie Joyce says. You stay where I can find you, Mama says. We will, I say. Go on, then, Mama says, lifting the glass to her lips to take a sip. Come on, Rain, I cheer, peeling off my clothes and into my suit, while Jackie Joyce runs to get Liz and Rosemary. We meet in the alleyway. All the insects have gone still. Trees sway under a swollen sky. The wind grows bold and bolder. And just like that, rain comes. The first drops plop down big, making dust dance all around us. Then a deeper gray descends and the air...
Okay. So who has some ideas of why we need rain?
For dry climates, we need stuff to grow.
Is it for our plant? You said earlier a water source, right?
Right.
What do you think those little girls are wanting rain for? They were hot. What were they wanting?
To play in.
Yep, to play in, to cool them down, right? Anisha, how do you feel when it rains?
Sad.
Sad? What do you do when it rains?
Get my umbrella out.
Cody, how do you feel when it rains?
Happy.
Happy? What do you do when it rains?
I like to play in it.
Play in it? Raise your hand if you like to jump in the rain puddles. All right. So our next group, we are going to look at some characters. And I want you to see how you think they feel. Okay. So Junie B. Jones and the stupid, smelly bus. How do you think she feels about that?
About that bus?
Mm-hmm.
She thinks it stinks because she's holding her nose.
She's probably not happy, right, to get on that bus. Maybe a little
Right.
mad. All right, what about Winnie the Pooh? He's out of honey. How do you think he feels?
Hungry.
Hungry.
All right, what about Pete the cat? He messed up his shoes and strawberries.
Sad.
Dad. All right, let's look at the farm. This is a type of environment. This is a farm. What would we find in this environment?
Animals.
Animals. Good job. What would the animals need on the farm?
Water.
Water.
And food.
Food. Maybe hay. Let's see. All right, now let's go down to this one. This is the ocean. This is another type of environment. What would we find here?
Animals.
More animals? What kind of animals would be in our ocean?
Fish.
Fish.
Whales. Dolphins.
Sharks. Maybe. And our sand. We need sand and coral. Okay. Now, okay, class, it's time for our independent practice. I want you to go to your seat and I want you to take the fruit or vegetable you got about last night. And I want you to find a picture of it from Google Images. And I want you to draw this plant in its environment. And I want you to do a Venn diagram between you and the plant, telling me what natural resources the plant needs that you need, and natural resources you need that the plant doesn't need. And then we'll come back together and share. Okay? Okay, class. Let's come back to the carpet and bring your independent practice if you're done. If you're not, you can finish it for homework. Raise your hand if you would like to share your plant and its environment. Okay, Anisha?
So I drew a tomato plant. Hope you can see it.
How's it going?
And so it just lives outside.
What needs does the tomato plant need?
Water, sunlight, nutrients from the soil.
So we both need water. Would we feed the tomato plant French fries?
No.
No. So it has different food, right?
Right.
So how would you feel if there were no tomatoes in the world?
Sad that there wasn't any.
We wouldn't have any ketchup if it wasn't for tomatoes.
Jacoby, what plant did you pick?
I don't really know how to draw. I'm not the best artist, so I'm still trying to work it out, Miss Mitchell. Can I finish it for homework?
You sure can. Which plant are you thinking about doing?
I'm thinking about drawing some corn, the corn stalks. I have big tall cornfields by my house, so that makes me think about plants when I see them corn stalks.
So corn would have a lot of the same natural resources that tomatoes need, right?
Right.
All right. So from this lesson, we have learned that people rely on our physical environment, such as our homes and our roads. Our roads help us get to where we need to go, and our homes keep us safe, right? We have also seen how people need our natural resources to survive, such as air, water, and food. We have also been able to look at the characters and how they react in stories. I want you to complete your exit ticket, and then you may pack up for lunch. I'm just going to show you guys this quick. So you'll just complete this exit ticket, and then you're ready to go to lunch. You're going to list one example of a physical environment, one example of a natural resource, and tell me how this character feels in this picture.
I'm ready, Miss Mitchell.
Okay? Go ahead, Jacob.
One example of a physical environment is rocks or the roads. And one example of a natural resource is dirt. And that's the character from Lion King, Miss Mitchell. And he looks sad because he's crying.
Yeah, good job. Thank you. All right.
I'm ready.
Okay.
One physical environment is a house, and one natural resource is oxygen, and the picture is sad.
Yep, good job. Thank y'all for all your participation, and you may go back, wash your hands for lunch.